Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and thank you, too. All right, that's enough. Liberal knees buckle every time Don gets a chuckle. Politico just published a 2,500-word piece called In on the Joke, the comedic trick Trump uses to normalize his behavior. Normalize, there's that word. It was 2,500 words to say Trump's funny. And trust me, if anyone knows funny, it's the comedy geniuses at Politico. The article examines his unique ability to tell a joke and make light of serious issues in a way very few, if any, politicians can. And so what would be considered a skill in any other politician is now viewed as a tool of hate. The author interviewed several people who say Trump's hilarity, quote, desensitizes his supporters to his most outrageous comments and proposals. The mirth masks the menace. Now they hate masks. They also point out that laughing at his jokes is a sign of loyalty, because that's how autocrats work. And of course, no Trump piece would be complete without a comparison to history's worst dictators. That would be like doing a piece on me without mentioning my enormous quads. Apparently, yet Mussolini, quote, had the same twisted sense of humor as Trump. True, his final words were, I heard of being well hung, but this is ridiculous. And as one Stalin scholar pointed out, they share rhetorical style because humor's not a bug, it's a feature of demagoguery. Which is odd. So Trump's funny. And the left's response is to say, well, so are dictators. Well, sorry, Politico, I don't find Hitler or Stalin as amusing as you do. And so what better way to honor Trump than with a montage of his greatest, latest hits? Roll it.
I got indicted more than Alphonse Capone. Did anyone ever hear of Alphonse? You know, they call him Scarface. Had a little scar in there. I'm sure it was a minor accident. But Al Capone, you looked at him a little bit askance, he blew your brains out. That's a big stat. That's like, you know, Babe Ruth hit the most home runs, or Barry Bonds. I don't know. Who the hell is it? Adam Shifty Schiff with a neck like a pencil. He's got... I said, how does he hold up that fat, ugly face with a neck? With a neck? No, it's like...
The left can't handle that it's Trump the stand-up against their candidate who can barely stand up. But if getting laughs is the sign of a dictator, one thing's for sure, we've got nothing to fear from Jimmy Fallon.
There it is, Jimmy. See? And I felt bad for taking a shot at you in the A-block.
Never feel bad, Jimmy. Feel bad about your material.
There it is.
Vince, you know, Trump breathes and he eats food. So do dictators.
Look, the thing that bothers them the most is that they can't do it the way he does. And that's the bottom line. I mean, listen, he's obliterated what? In 2015, took everybody out as Republicans. He did it again this year. And people think like, they're giving it too much credit, thinking it's a trick. He's a talker.
Yes.
This is what he does.
Yes.
And it's not, they're saying normalize. No, it's relatability.
Yeah.
Go on any social media thread, I don't care what it's about, and not even a third of the way down, it's just people trashing each other. And he does that. So that's what makes him relatable. It's like, oh, yeah, I do this too. This is exactly what happened.
This is, you know, and I have to be honest, I missed that in the beginning of his thing. I was like going, this is unseemly. All he was doing was just talk.
Yeah.
And I do that every day. I kind of realized.
We all do. Yeah.
I realized I was a hypocrite, Jimmy, by like constantly, like I was criticizing the way he was talking while doing the same thing. I think what adds to Trump's humor is the outrage to it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you get 2 hits for the price of 1. He'll say something funny, and then everybody flips out. So it's twice as funny.
And the things that get the most flip outs become parts of his routine.
Yeah.
Okay? They become the staples. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, when you go to a Trump rally, it is the new Rocky Horror Picture Show, in that everyone there knows every word to the show. Like, when you're at a Trump rally, Greg, they'll be like, we can't go to the bathroom. They're about to do lock her up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, we'll go there and drain the swamp, and we'll come back for build a wall at the end. And the media goes crazy, so they become part of the routine. That's all this is. And it works with people because it's endearing, because it's funny.
Yeah.
And people would rather have fun. That's what it is.
Yeah, you know what, Kat? It's funny how they never saw humor as a problem when they owned the mechanisms of ridicule. And now it's kind of like the monster got out of the box and they can't control it.
I read this whole thing, and I felt like a lot of it was missing anything to actually back it up. Like saying that laughing at something Trump said is that marks you as a loyalist to him. So, like, was that also true when he was on The Apprentice?
Yeah,
Like, when he was on TV for a really long time because he's entertaining and people were laughing at him then? Or is it only now? And it really, the whole article just, they're saying it's dangerous because they think he's dangerous, but they're saying they're admitting he is funny.
Yeah.
They're saying he's good at it or it wouldn't be a threat. I don't know anybody who doesn't think Trump is funny, including the most liberal people I know admit Trump is funny. He just, I don't understand how that's not true at all.
Yeah, exactly. Even the people that dislike him, Kennedy, find humor in this, but they can't stand it because, you know, he's doing well.
It is the laziest thing in the world to find two things that are totally unrelated and try and force them to be a common thread. You know, you're absolutely right. Yes, Mussolini also, he every morning.
Yes.
As the former president presumably does as well. This Politico reporter, I wanted, you know, the 20 minutes of my life back that I wasted trying to read someone intellectualize something that is actually, you know, politics has gotten pretty dark lately.
Yeah.
And this is the one bright spot we have in this political hellscape. And this person's just mad because they have to go to so many Trump rallies and cover them for Politico. Like, sorry you drew the short straw, a-hole. The other thing is they're trying to force Biden on us by saying, no, he's funny.
Yeah.
See, he was at the Gridiron dinner.
Dark
He told
Brandon.
a joke, and it's like, that joke was written for him. That joke was focus grouped. That joke was run by 8 different people in the administration, and it was still only moderately funny. The thing that is most interesting here, that is the biggest contrast, is he's making a lot of this stuff up on the fly. And Biden has no ability to do that at all whatsoever. He can't walk out of the rain by himself.
No, but she's right. Trump riffs. He does crowd work.
Yeah.
Someone yelled out at his rally. They go, I love you. He goes, you're not my type. That's funny. But that's funny.
The thing that would have made this story great and funny is having Trump read the Political story to everybody.
He might have to do like bedtime story time. It is funny. He makes stuff up on the fly, and Biden can't zip his up. Up next, a professor says you're racist inside if you're a groom or a bride.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.